Okay, well, like I said in some other videos, depending on which one you've watched first, I'm trying to make the best of a bad situation because the MIajima Shrine, the torii gate anyway, is really covered in like netting and scaffolding and such right now, so it's pretty hideous to look at. I was concerned I wouldn't have brought enough batteries and memory for all the pictures I was going to take of it, but that concern is not really an issue right now. So instead I'll kind of take some video of the surrounding coastline, which actually is very, very pretty. And the mountains are also very nice. The tide is starting to come in a bit, so I'm probably not going to be able to be out here for very much more time. Luckily, it only takes about an hour to get here from Hiroshima, so it's not like I'm going to have a big giant waste of time. I'll still be able to get back into the city relatively early, I think, and maybe go to the Peace Park and the Blast Dome and things like that. This town is actually really cute. I'll probably shoot some video walking through it later on. You may have already seen the video of them making okonomiyaki earlier, which is hard to describe. Some people call it a pancake dish. Some people describe it sort of omelet-like. Realistically, I think it's sort of a combination of all of those things, because they have sort of a pancake batter as the base, and then they fill it like an omelet, and then they put egg on the top like an omelet. But then they also put a seasoned soy sauce that's been sort of reduced to become almost like a syrup on top of it, but it tastes more like a soy sauce flavored barbecue sauce, really, with the different spices they add. Across the way there is the temple. There's actually a way to get to the top. I can hike to the top of this mountain and do pictures and video from there, but I'm really debating on whether or not it's worth it, because it's about an hour and a half hike if you don't stop and take a lot of pictures. And with the shrine being covered in scaffolding and netting, I don't really know if it's worth the effort. There's that crane again. I think he might be eating those little crabs that I showed you in a previous video. If you guys haven't done it yet, I really hope you watch the video that I took while I was on the tram of the little girl falling asleep. The story behind that one was there were all these school kids on the tram, and I think they were returning from one of the parks, and she kept nodding off, and it was really, really funny, and I was struggling not to laugh, so I decided to take a video. And it just so happened that when I started taking the videos, when she fell asleep and didn't wake up again until she hit the floor, because the whole time she'd been nodding off, her chin would touch her chest, and then she would wake up, kind of surprised that she'd nodded off, and it was really, really funny in and of itself. But when she fell off the seat like that, oh my god, I couldn't stop laughing, and I think my laughter was contagious because it was making other people laugh. If you guys can see any of the movement in there or not. There's a little tiny crab. There he goes. He ran underneath the seaweed. There's another one. Wow. This is kind of cool. Oh, here we go. There's a little crab. You see him kind of burrowing in. I think he might be trying to eat something. So it looks like he's trying to flip over that little one in the shell. There's the iPad age. People don't bring cameras or video cameras as much, they just bring their iPad. Another popular school destination. That's what the ferry looks like that I came in on. One of the many benefits of having a JR pass is that ferry was also free. Normally it's about 25 bucks. I really would have been mad if I paid $25 and got here and this thing was under construction. The Soulstone Path, I think, is famous. I had to walk across it just so I can say I did. I'm gonna try not to walk too fast so this thing isn't very shaky, but I'm not that good at keeping it from shaking. Oh my gosh, I just finished that okonomiyaki not too long ago and I'm so full right now. Walking around is quite uncomfortable. I guess it's really remarkable to be walking on this right now, considering that it's normally, well, it's often underwater. I hope you guys like temples as much as I do, because you're going to see a lot of pictures and video of them.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. My name is Takuto. What's your name?
Don?
Oh, thank you.
Nice to meet you. As you can see, and you've probably heard on my previous videos, the Japanese students like to come and at the very minimum say hi when they see Americans. Oftentimes they want to interview you for some sort of a school assignment. This pile of sand right here is actually holy sand. I'm just kidding, I have no idea what's there. Yesterday was cold, rainy, had a lot of fog. And I checked the weather report, and it said today was going to be better, but I didn't think it was going to be this much better. So I didn't bring a hat or my sunglasses, because if you happen to notice in my video, you'll see that it seems like the Japanese people don't wear sunglasses. And I don't know, I feel like I stick out when I do, so I try not to bring them unless I really need them. And today's one of the days that I wish I had, because I do think I need them. I did, however, remember sunblock, so hopefully my face won't be burned to a crisp. In case you couldn't figure out by all of them beginning to walk, ikimasu yo is like, let's go. Guess I'm not going. Oh, the fee. That sound you just heard was me tripping again, in case you're wondering. I don't think I'm going to go through there and pay the fee. I think I've paid enough fees. I'm not really sure what the significance of these lanterns are. One thing that is cheap in Japan is cigarettes. If you look here, you'll see on average they're about 410 yen. That's really only about $5. I think they're up to $7 or $8 a pack in the US now. And yeah, you just get them from a vending machine. It's not really well controlled either. I don't think I've been carded ever buying beer anywhere. And beer and cigarettes are the same age as 20 in Japan. I think this is actually the entrance to the hike up the mountain that we're coming up to. I'll have to make up my mind once I get there if I'm going to go up. It might be worth it just for the hike. Seems like it'd be a very pretty walk. One thing I always take pictures of are the manhole covers in Japan. It seems like each prefecture or each island or something has their own unique manhole covers. Oh, I'm not sure who she is. She might be a priestess or something here. There was a wedding earlier, I think, because everyone was clapping as a couple was being ridden around in a rickshaw. MIajima is actually famous for their rice paddles, the little scoops that you use to get the rice out of the containers once it's cooked. Wow, Coke's only 300 yen. That's amazing. Normally, if you order a Coke at a restaurant, it seems like it's closer to 500 yen, which is more than $5. I can't believe this is a 2-lane road. I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty small. I'm gonna check that sign out and see if it tells me whether or not this is the entrance to the hike up the mountain. I really hope all the stairs aren't like that. Not very helpful. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to turn this off for a minute and look at my map and then decide if I'm going.